Ooh, Twin Flame Halloween. A great time to talk about. Please don't project on me or look for confirmation of your bias. Projection is a real thing. It comes from psychology, which is a science that is taught on universities worldwide that has a true scientific basis. Projection is one of the things they tell us, they publish in books, that happens. It happens a lot. We all do it at one time or more times on our journey. It means that whatever is present inside of you that you don't want to see, you'd rather deny it. You're blind to it. It is in your blind spot. You instead now see it in me because you projected it onto me. So maybe you think that I'm pretty rude. Well, maybe it is projection. In other words, you are pretty rude. For instance, by assuming that I am pretty rude. Some people think I'm pretty rude because I don't acknowledge their bias, their way of thinking how it should go, what I should say, what I should advise for them. And then it doesn't comply with that. And then they think that is rude. But it is your projection. I am coming from Divine Mother, where she stands in the matter, from what is most conducive for you to reach harmonious twin flame union. That's where I'm coming from. But you can perceive that as being rude when what I say is not complying with your bias of what you think it should be, what you think I should be. I'm a spiritual teacher. That's what I'm doing. But maybe you are projecting something onto me that is quite different from that. Maybe you don't know what a spiritual teacher is or what they do and what that looks like or should look like or should not look like. Well, I can um, enlighten you about this mystery. It shouldn't look like anything. It has no form. Spiritual teacher is a consciousness state that you're in or you're not in. And when you're in it, you've been initiated in it and you can't turn that back anymore. That's how it is now. And it does not have a certain form. It can have the form of, I don't know, fashionable. It can have the form of boring. It can be dressed in all white or in black. It can wear makeup or it cannot wear makeup. So maybe you are having a bias in what a spiritual teacher should sound like or what they should do, and it's not conform what you think. Well, that is a little bit of the same sort of thing, projection and looking for confirmation of your bias. Please don't do that. It's not helpful. You're standing in your own way. 2. Please don't make me the co-conspirator in being sneaky inside your relationship or even marriage. Because we're talking about twin flames here, that doesn't mean that I'm now going to be having a club with you in which we are together sneaking around. Oh, yeah, we're just so secretive here because my husband is not supposed to know that I'm talking with you. Well, please don't do that. You're being absolutely disgusting. And I feel that that is what you're actually doing, even though you're not saying it and you're not being upfront about it to me. I refuse to be used like that. What I would want you to do is go turn around and repair this situation. I can give you tools for that. I can give you wisdom about that, but I can't be a co-conspirator in your sneakiness. I understand that the twin flame situation comes up a lot when someone is in an already existing relationship that is committed, and then they meet someone that they feel they have this unspeakably divine, I can't do anything about it connection with. And then it happens a lot that this some sort of a situation tends to come into being when where there is a triangulation. And I don't want to be a part of your triangulation. That's what abusers do. I have no part in that, and I'm not interested in that at all. But I understand this sort of situation often comes up. That is what you have. Accept your situation as the starting point of what you're going through as a transformation so that it will change completely. So I do suggest you start to heal that exact situation, but try to heal it in the right direction, right? Don't heal it into that direction, heal it into that direction. And what I mean is, when we talk about the spiritual development that is about twin flames, you don't need to repair it in the direction of, I should lock out the twin flame and go back to my marriage and repair my marriage. No, what you need to do is don't be sneaky, be open, see the situation as a challenge, as a way to move forward on your inner journey. Bend it, if you will, quote unquote, in the direction, bend this healing in the direction of forward, bend it forward, heal going forward in the journey, heal where you're going to. You're going to your ultimate lover that is eternally yours. So that is pretty permanent, isn't it? Well, it really truly is. And that other partner in that relationship in which you are is also having a true twin flame because they're human too. So they do have a twin flame too. And they can now also start to move forward towards their true twin flame. If they want it or not, if they know it or not, that's actually underlying in the situation what it is pointing to. And it is for the, how do you say that? It is for the best for them too, just like it is for you. But don't tumble forward so hard that you end all the old relationships abruptly and run after what you think is the twin flame. Take a deep breath. All of this comes in order when you start to do the inner work. And even though this is my advice, and I give the correct twin flame inner work tools for completely free in our Facebook group called Your Abundance, where you're completely welcome to come practice it. Even though that is my advice to start to do the inner work, I'm still not going to be your co-conspirator in being sneaky. 3. Please don't think I mean to say all the advice you got from other people. Random folks on the internet, on YouTube, that have a camera on their laptop or on their phone. I understand there's so many people speaking about this topic, but that does not mean that they know anything about it or that they had been initiated by the divine to be a teacher of it. It doesn't matter if their website looks good. It doesn't matter if they charge you professional amounts of money. That says nothing about what is truly behind it. Please don't think that I say all the advice that these other people give, that you may be accustomed to, so much accustomed to, that you can't even hear what I say because you think you hear what you are brainwashed into by some other person that has no idea what they're talking about. I say what I say. It is coming from the divine truth of me living in harmonious twin flame union through my expression, how it comes out. I'm a person that alternates between divine truth in the most strictness of that word and my personal expression in the psychological layer that I allow as well. And I understand where I am in the matter. And if I'm not, I will correct myself. A spiritual teacher is also still going deeper. But I'm not repeating what you have heard elsewhere when you think I am repeating what you heard elsewhere. You have not been listening. 4, please don't deny that how you treat me is how you treat your twin flame. Very interesting topic. I've seen this happening. People being so weirdly rude to me and doing something to me that I can very well feel right through the internet and completely through the ethers, through the technology. I just feel what you're doing. Okay, I feel it. And it's very off. And that is how I know how you treat your twin flame. Because when you do it to me, you will do it to others too, and certainly to them. So that's how I know how you're doing in your union for a part. How you behave is a symptom of how you're attuned on the inside. Now, I won't judge you any more than normal things that happen in the relationship between you and me. I'm not saying, I harshly judge you. You must be black. Your soul must be full of bats and death and poo. No, I'm not saying that. I'm treating it like a relationship. Like you and me are actually in a relationship. So I will act accordingly for what you give me. And I know how things are standing in your union because of that. Because you will treat the teacher of twin flames exactly how you will treat the twin flame. That is even why my teachings work or are based, how my teachings are based I don't know how to say it. Because when you are in contact with the teacher, you can actually go in the relationship here. And that is where you attune yourself to the relationship frequency of the true twin flame. So, how you relate to me is also how I relate to them in the positive sense, right? But don't deny that you don't treat your twin flame exactly how you treat me, because I know better than that. Yeah, this is really a spooky video. I can't deny that one. This is a spooky video. I was like, Halloween, twin flame Halloween is really a good time to speak about some hefty stuff. So there we go. More twin flame Halloween videos to come. 5. Don't eat the twin flame nonsense cake that people offer you out there. The situation is very critical and you don't understand how bad it actually is. This here is a place where you can come when you are finally done with all of that and want to heal from your twin flame food poisoning. I agree that sometimes there are places where they say a little bit of meditation is a good idea. And yeah, it is indeed. Why not? Or they're more, I don't know, attuned towards, well, I don't know actually. Well, I know what's out there. Oh, and, oh no, don't be mistaken. I know exactly what is out there and what is what. When you're in harmonious union and like initiated as a teacher also, and you get some experience in exactly this one too, not only like the decades before in which I was already like trained to become a spiritual teacher, not only the lifetimes before in which I already was a spiritual teacher, but also that specific point, that you are in harmonious union. The divine has initiated you to be a teacher of it, and then you get a couple of years of practice of that and see what goes wrong in your own presence, in your own reach, that people come in your community and their twin flame comes too, and they meet each other there. And that's exactly how, one of the ways how the divine can manifest it. And then they deny that and they just blow it up in front of you. Or they come in harmonious union with one in my community and one not. And then they're like, yeah, yeah, I changed my mind. I'm going to fall out of harmonious union. I'm going to leave that consciousness because, no, I changed my mind. And then they fall out of it indeed. And, it gets worse and worse and worse. And I got all these kinds of experiences and many, many, many more so that I could, learn what it actually is we're talking about. Is not only, I got in harmonious union yesterday. No, it's really lived through after 4 years. And yeah, it starts to go somewhere that I not only understand the landscape in which I'm apparently operating, with what all the other people are talking about on YouTube, but also have fully processed my own harmonious union, have fully processed my being a teacher of it, and have fully processed everything that goes wrong and all the experiences that I got that were less than ideal and whatnot. And, you just learn a lot. Yeah. And yeah, one of the things that I learned was that there is really an issue, that there is a big nonsense cake out there. Well, but maybe that's not really the problem. I mean, there are nonsense cakes out there, and they're full of poison. What the problem is that people eat of it. So I think I'm starting to see and recognize that there's really a necessity for people to have some sort of a place to start to heal from that and forget a little bit about all of that and like vomit out the nonsense and heal from their food poisoning, their twin flame food poisoning, and, get attuned a little bit to what we do. And well, I think that our community is very fit for that. So come to our Facebook group. I mean, I effectively give all the core twin flame work away there for free so that nobody cannot do twin flame inner work. Everybody can do it. I just presented it there for you. I explain it. I give you downloads. It's really for the taking. And we also have this beautiful mini program in which I give 4 events every month specifically for you so that you can taste from something that is more nutritious. And we do that already over 1.5 years now. Yeah, it's beautiful. And that's just the start of what I offer, all of this. But it is already more than enough for you to get into the right attunement and vomit out some stuff that you've eaten elsewhere. Yeah. So get twin flame healthy. And may this twin flame Halloween be the first step for you. I'll send you to my vampire twin flame Halloween reading because that's a good one to get more info about how you're tuned and how you can repair that. You'll find it here in a couple of seconds, and I will see you right there. Love from Petra.